Hello everyone, I'm Akanksha and I'm from the ICBM School of Business Excellence. So, today I'm here to discuss about the topic marketing research. First of all, the definition. Marketing research can be defined as the systematic design, collection, analysis, and reporting of the marketing situation faced by an organization. So we can take an example of PNG and GE. They have their own marketing research department, which coordinates with the marketing managers. So nowadays, the general information about the customer, the competitor, and the marketplace is not enough for the companies. The company should have formal studies that provide customer with market insights. For example, if Kellogg's launches a new flavor in the market, then it should have an idea as to how the public are going to react to that particular flavor. Will it be a hit or not? So for that, they need to do the marketing research. So now we are going to I'll discuss about the marketing research process. So the first step in the research process is defining the problem and the research objective. In this step, the manager and the researchers need to define the problem and should try to find out the marketing objectives. So the marketing objectives. There are three type of marketing objectives. First is the exploratory research. This type of research is done to gather the preliminary information that will help define problems and suggest hypotheses. The second type of objective is descriptive research. It is done to better describe marketing problems, situations, or market, such as the market potential for a product or the demographics and the attitude of the customers. So now moving on to the next objective, it is the causal research. So the causal research is done to test the hypothesis about the cause and the effect relationship. So these research objectives help the researcher to do the research properly. So now moving on to the next step, it is developing the research plan. After defining the research problem and finding out the research objective, now the researcher has to find out the correct information which is required for the research. The researcher's plan include the sources of existing data and also the specific research approaches, contact methods, sampling plans, and instruments the researcher will use to gather the new information. So, to gather the new information, there are two means. First is the secondary means of data, and the second is the primary means of data. First, I'm going to discuss about the secondary data. First of all, researcher tries to find out the secondary data that is collecting from the existing information. The companies also have an option of buying the secondary data reports from the outside suppliers. Some of such services are provided by Nielsen and monitor service by Jan Kolvich. Even companies can conduct their own marketing research by using commercial online databases. Even websites offering free information can be considered. Information can be taken from the government websites or the publications, etc. So secondary data usually costs less than the primary data. So the next type of data is the primary data. To get the best results and accurate data, companies go for the primary data collection. Primary data are more accurate than the secondary ones. Primary data can be collected by different approaches, like the observational research. It is done by observing people, actions, and situations which are relevant for the research. In this method, the researcher observes the behavior of the consumers, as few data cannot simply be asked directly to the customers, as they may not like to answer the particular question. So the next type of data is the ethnographic research. In this type of research, a trained observer is sent to watch and interact with the consumers in their natural habitat. For example, Nokia followed the ethnographic research by deploying teams of anthropologists to study in detail the behavior of mobile phone owners in markets like China, India, etc. So next is the survey research. This is the most common method for a market research. It is done to know descriptive information about anything. A company that wants to know about people's knowledge, attitude, or buying behavior follow this method. This method is highly flexible, and it can also be done direct face to face, or by phone, or by email, or by the web. But the problem with this method is that only that few people may give the wrong answers, and few may not like to answer the question as they think it is a private question. So the next research method is the experimental research. It is done to find out mainly the causal information. Experiments involve selecting matched group of subjects, giving them different treatments, controlling unrelated factor, and checking the differences in group responses. So now the next is the research can contact consumer through the following methods, like by mailing the questionnaire. It is done to collect a large amount of data at a very low cost. Respondents mostly give honest answers on a mailed questionnaire. There is no bias by the researcher's side. However, one big limitation in this method that it is not flexible. The researcher may not be able to change the question in the middle, and there may be few questions which are not relevant to the one who is filling the questionnaire. Now, the next type of collection is by telephone interview. It has followed to gather information quickly, and it has a greater flexibility. Even the interviewer can explain can explain difficult situations to the respondent. But the cost incurred in this type of interviewing is much higher than mailing a questionnaire. Now, the next type is personal interviewing. Personal interview surveys are used to probe the answers of the respondents and at the same time to observe the behavior of the respondents, either individual or even by group. The personal interview method is preferred by researchers for a couple of advantages, like accuracy is very high in the personal interviewing. But this type of interviewing incurs a lot of cost, and it is very time consuming. Now, the next is the focus group interviewing. Personal interviewing, which involves 6 to 10 people together for a few hours with a trained interviewer to talk about a product, service, or an organization. The interviewer focuses on the group discussion on the important issues. Next is online market research. Collecting primary data online through internet surveys, online focus groups, web-based experiments, or consumers' online behavior. Now, the next is online focus group. Gathering a small group of people online with a trained moderator to chat about a product, service, or organization and gain qualitative insights about the consumer attitude and behavior. Now, we are going to move on to the third step, which is implementing the research plan. After gathering all the information, researcher then collects, processes, and then analyzes the information. It is done by the research staff of the organization. The research staff must thoroughly check all the information and should consider the relevant ones. Then the researcher tabulates the results and computes statistical measures. The researcher then put the marketing research plan into action. And now the fourth and the final step, interpreting and reporting the findings. In this step, the researcher interpret the finding, try to find out the possible conclusions, and report it to the management. The researcher should present important findings and insights that are more useful in the major decisions faced by the management. The interpreter past should not be left to the researcher. Both researcher and the marketing department people should do the interpretation, keeping in mind all the important factors. They should not be biased by interpreting. So that's all for the topic. Thanks a lot.